gets to share in prosperity.
Question number 7, the Honourable Paul Goldsmith.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Regional Economic Development and asks, does he stand by all of his responses to oral question number 3 on 5 December 2018? If not, why not?
The Honourable Shane Jones.
Mr Speaker, yes, on said day I identified indirectly and directly 4,000 jobs. I can report that that has now grown to 7,000 jobs.
Was the figure of 4,000 new jobs, now 7,000, created by the Provincial Growth Fund so far, supplied by an official, or was it based on his own arithmetic?
Speaker. The process of job creation is organic. Sir, job creation is a reflection of demand, and demand grows once capital is invested. Substantial amounts of capital is being deployed into the regions. The point at which a job is created and then filled, there could be a slight time period between the two.
No, the member might have added some fertiliser to the organic approach, but he didn't answer the question.
Well, I can assure you I won't tax it. Mr Speaker, those officials have found that those reports, and I'm advised by my officials, both the 7,000 figure and the 4,000 figure.
Thank you.
Of the 4,000 jobs he states have been created by the Provincial Growth Fund so far, how many new, permanent, full-time jobs have been filled to date?
Mr Speaker, as I said, the Provincial Growth Fund makes decisions shared by 4 ministers. Funds are allocated, and then as projects grow, as they navigate through resource consent requirements, put together business propositions, then it is our estimation over the life, such as the Tairāwhiti roading project of 5 years, that figure will be achieved. As of today, that figure is not as large as I've indicated because many of the projects are still in implementation stage.
Point of order, Mr Speaker.
Point of order, the Honourable Paul Goldsmith.
Satisfied with that answer? I asked how many have been filled to date, and he said he didn't really give an answer to that at all.
Well, I think he did say not as many as I've previously indicated.
Supplementary. Would that figure be closer to 100 or 200?
Sir, we have a situation, sir, where 2 parliamentarians are looking at numerical data. It is not unlike 2 parliamentarians studying an elephant. One sees tusks, the other sees a vacuum cleaner. The process is still being implemented, and it's unwise to pick a figure as a time where the regions, the business leaders and the civic leaders are implementing the projects being funded by the Provincial Growth Fund.
I'm going to ask the Minister to answer the question now.
Right. Sorry?
Answer the question, please.
The question is it 100 or 200? Yeah. Or was it closer to 100 or 200? Was that it?
That's roughly the question, yes.
Yeah, so roughly the answer is 200 and above.
How can we have confidence in a minister who uses Parliament to trumpet 4,000 jobs created so far when he has no idea how many permanent jobs have actually been filled right here, right now, for all the millions that he spent?
Yes. I repeat, Mr Speaker, that since the Provincial Growth Fund, a highly successful and popular policy, as being implemented and acclaimed by every regional leader, obviously it takes time before this fiscal tree takes root. And as the projects are implemented, then we will achieve our figure of 7,000, but jobs are an organic feature of the economy.
Question number 8. A point of order, the Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, I'd ask you to have a look at the transcript of the series of answers that have just been given to those questions. As it would seem that he was asked initially, does he stand by the 4,000? He says yes, but I'm updating it to 7,000. And then has gone on to explain that actually, well, it may not be 7,000 just now. It could be at some future time. We're not sure about when it's going to be. Now, the public, of course, will draw their own conclusions about all of those things. But it is a little disappointing that sort of a cavalier approach comes on a day where you appear to have ruled that Speakers ruling 175, 6, 7, 8 and 9 are no longer to be relied on by the opposition. So if we cannot have a situation where a minister acting for a minister speaks for the minister as is required by standing orders.
Order.
Yeah.
No, the member will resume his seat. He's not seriously going back to a matter that I've ruled on 20 minutes ago. No, he certainly won't. Well, don't refer to that again.
Well, of course I can refer to your ruling. It would be ridiculous if I can't. The fact
the member will resume his seat. I made a ruling earlier, and actually even then it would have been disorderly for the member to challenge it. And to come to the party 20 minutes later to be disorderly, to me is just outrageous, especially on what is clearly a pretext around this answer, which had no relationship to the matter that he's now raising. The member knows, he's been around here for a long time. Points of order are to be made immediately. They're not to be made 20 minutes later when the member thinks he has a point.
speaking to my point of order.
No, the member will resume it. The member will resume his seat. A further unrelated point of order, Mr. Brownlee.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I can't say it's unrelated because you haven't dealt with my point of order.
If a member can't say it's unrelated, he will resume his seat. The member will resume his seat. And I've heard you say that now at least 4 times, and I have instructed you to resume your seat. No. Well, that might be the member's opinion, and others might share it. Question number 8, Priyanka Radhakrishnan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My